Hi, this is Erica Jennings, and you're watching BOBE Me. Okay, well, hi, I'm Erica Jennings. I am an artist, and I'm also a band member of the Lithuanian band Scamp, and I'm now a solo artist for the past 3 years as well. So I have a couple of things going on.
I'm sure not everyone know that you're Irish and you've been living in Lithuania for years.
Yeah.
How many years?
A long time. I've been living in Lithuania like half my life now. So 20 years. I came here as a teenager, and I've seen it's been a privilege because I've seen how everything has really changed, but the best part was being in that process, you know, being back in those days when everything was it was like wild and crazy, and there was a lot of scenes that were starting up, and we had different parties and music scenes going on, like Boogaloo and things like that, where we had these happenings which would change venue every time. It was kind of like the beginning of all of that whole scene, and it was really, really cool to be a part of that as a teenager. Yeah.
What do you think of the Lithuanian music scene? You have a lot of Lithuanian artists performing here tonight. What do you think of? Do you have a favorite?
I have, well, tonight, I have some favorites. I think what I like most about the Lithuanian music scene, Messiah's just played now. He's actually an amazing rapper. Yeah. I really like him. And there's actually the best thing I like about Lithuanian music right now is that, like, when we were starting out, it was unusual to play live, and it was unusual to sing live and perform like fully live. And now it's become the norm, and there's so many amazing bands who are really, you know, up there, and, you know, as good as anywhere else in the world. I mean, it's just a question of the location. And, you know, I always say that it's like when Sweden exploded, the Swedish music scene, you know, there's a time and a place for everything. So I really think that there are some amazing bands here who I think are right up on the levels. So,
would you like to collaborate with someone besides your husband, who I know you're a great duet, but have a dream collaboration? What's on your list?
My dream collaboration? I have a dream collaboration, but I can't talk about it now. I have this dream for my next album. I have a dream that it will be produced by somebody that I would really not imagine could ever happen. But so let's keep our fingers crossed for that, because that would be really exciting. But I've done some really great collaborations over the years, and I had on my last album, I had not on the jazz album New Standards, where I collaborated with producer Joseph Baldassar, but on my first album I collaborated with Vidas Pareigas with the song The Perfect Time, and that was great. And he's on later on tonight as well. He's doing 3 songs. So I do like collaborating, and also I have some songs that I've written together with other artists that I'll be hopefully doing in the next album. So yeah.
Your concerts are usually so heartwarming, and I think you have a really tight connection with the audience.
Yeah.
Do you know how you do that? How do you achieve that?
No, I don't know. I just am, really. So I think maybe, I don't know, I just am. I think maybe that's what it is. Just be yourself, and I think people, the human ear registers a voice. So the second thing is that people, I think, feel your intention, and I'm not trying to put on any big displays of anything. I want to move. My goal is to move people and free people and move you in a way, whether it's happiness, sadness, joy, ecstasy, or anger, or whatever. It's to move you. That's my job. That's what I want to do in my life. So if I do that, then I'm do my job, and I'm happy.
I would also like to go back to your Scamp times, which was, I think, a big part of your life.
Yeah.
How do you recall on those times, and what kind of place in your heart does this band still hold for you?
Well, it still holds a very big part of my heart, and it means a lot to me in my life, and it always will. You know, we started young. We had our first hit. I just turned 18 years old. And this year, we will celebrate our 20th birthday on the 26th of December in Siemens Arena. So we are preparing for that. We have actually an animation clip that's coming out next month, which tells the story of how Summertime came about, which was our first hit, and how it all came to be. Because it's always also about timing. And at the time, we were a group who mixed styles and languages, and everyone told us that it's not going to work. It's just not going to work. It's not going to work. We were banging at the doors. Anyways, like, we believed in ourselves, and that's something that you have to do. And so it just snowballed from there, and we were living and breathing music, and yeah, thanks, drone. But it's basically the funny thing is that we haven't we've started to release music this year again. So we had Nemegačios Naktis, Sleepless Nights, which is done well, and we've started to make music again, but we kind of always had this philosophy that if we don't have anything to say, we're just not going to say anything. So we've kind of been slowly, quietly in the studio, but not announcing anything and just working on new material. But the main thing now is we want to have a really great time, have a really great concert. And we had a concert not long ago in Loftus, which is V's venue, and we really felt the vibe, you know? So it's been cool because we grew up together, and we've also, I think we've contributed a lot to the music scene here, I think it's safe to say. Yeah. So we're happy.
What do you have in mind for Erika Jennings as an artist, as a mom,
Yeah.
as a band member? What are your future plans, and what is your main message in the future that you want to spread to the audience?
I think it's you have to, well, it's a hard question because you have to really go with your gut and your instinct. Like, you have to be true to yourself, because if you're not, then that comes across, anyway. But I think for me, I'm really happy with this year because I didn't do many concerts, but I did my biggest show to date. It was in Trakai in the castle. It was amazing. It was my biggest solo show yet. And that was cool because it's been 3 years in the making, But so next up, I want to work with a certain somebody for my next album, and I've kind of found my niche because in the last album I did a jazz soul album, and I realized that that's kind of my sound, whether it's like a mix between kind of Amy Winehouse meets Adele, and with a bit more sass or whatever. I don't know. So it's a great. I feel really comfortable with that. This is
Do you, Erika, have a guilty pleasure that you like to listen to in a car, whatever?
I like to listen to? Man, I like so many different types of music. I'm really, I love everything. I love hip-hop, and I love, dance music, whatever. I'm just happy. I don't like crappy poppy music that's on the radio usually, so I make my own stuff. I really love The Weeknd, but I don't think that's a guilty pleasure. I think that's whatever. But I love a lot of old, I guess my guilty pleasure would be musicals. Yeah, because I love musicals. I studied musical theater, and I love musicals. I love, Camelot, or anything from the West End, all the West Side Story is my favorite musical of all time. So yeah,
didn't know that.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, Erika, so thank you so much for talking to us.
You're very welcome.